Some friends of mine have a cool little outdoor pizza oven, so I want to make a wood peel for them. For this project, I'll be using walnut and curly maple. I know the peel they have now is 12 inches wide, so I'll make one with the same width to ensure it will actually fit inside their oven. Step 1 is cutting some lengths from 3/8 inch thick boards, 2 walnut and 1 maple. Then a rip cut down the middle of the maple board to get 2 2-inch wide pieces. Then I'll use some waterproof wood glue to stick these all together. With any sort of panel glue up, big or small, it pays to plan exactly how the clamping process is going to play out, and to have all the necessary clamps easily accessible and ready to go. You don't need a ton of pressure when gluing up panels, too much and the whole thing will cup or just collapse if the pieces are thin. To help prevent this, some extra boards clamped across the ends will hold everything nice and flat. I'm also attaching the clamps from the top, underneath, and from opposite directions, which should help with applying even pressure across the entire panel. While that dries, I can work on the handle. First, I'll cut a piece of 1/4 inch maple and 1 piece of 3/8 walnut. I need these to be 1.5 inches wide, so I'm going to do that with my scroll saw. I think I'll get better results than my earlier hand sawing attempt. And I can't stress enough how much I love the smell of maple wood. The walnut piece is a little shorter, so when they're glued together there will be sort of a rabbet joint that the paddle will fit into. Before gluing, I'm going to roughly round off the ends. I went back and forth between this handle design and one that had another piece of maple on the bottom, but I decided I wanted the entire thing to be able to sit completely flat. Rubbing the pieces back and forth until they start to stick a little can help prevent them from sliding out of place when clamping pressure is applied. Then I'll shape the handle a little bit, starting by rounding the ends on the disc sander. After I did this, I realized the straight-sided handle seemed kind of boring and unelegant, so I added some small curves on both ends. Now I'm just rounding the corners with a chisel and using a Dremel to get inside the curves. After drying overnight, it's time to take the paddle out of the clamps and get it cut out. First, I'll slice off the large blobs of dried glue. I raided my kitchen and found a couple bowls to trace. A big one for the front edge, and a smaller one to make the S-curve on the back edge, leaving a flat spot in the center where the handle will attach. To cut the curves, I'll use the scroll saw again. A coping saw, bandsaw, or jigsaw would also get the job done. Then I'll refine the edge with a drum sander in the drill press. Now the workout begins. All the glue squeeze out has to be completely removed, and the seams have to be perfectly even on both sides. Once the rough sanding is done, the front edge needs to be beveled so that the peel can slide under a pizza. I'm going to mark some lines so I can keep the shape somewhat even across the whole edge. I chisel my way to the lines and then smooth it all together. I'm going to finish all the sanding before I put the two parts together, since the handle will cover part of the paddle, and it will be hard to sand around that. At the end of the sanding process, I'll wet everything down with water to raise the grain, let it dry, then smooth it back down with a light sanding. Now the peel can be assembled. A little bit of wood glue in the joint, and that's it. Couldn't be easier, or so I thought. As soon as I got it clamped, I realized I put the handle on upside down, meaning the paddle's bevel was on the underside of the peel. Fortunately, the glue hadn't set up, so I was able to pop it off and reattach it. And yes, I know, it would have been perfectly functional, but the form would not have been what I intended. Then for one final touch, I decided to add a walnut dowel through the joint. The wood glue should be strong enough on its own, so it's more of a design detail, although it should strengthen the joint a bit. I'll trim off the extra and smooth out the overhang, and resand the area to remove the glue from the misplaced handle. Then it's time to finish the peel with some food-grade mineral oil. I've been so excited to see the walnut in all its glory. And this pizza peel is done. The pairing of walnut and curly maple is always beautiful, and I especially like the book-matched look of the walnut. It should be nice and durable for outdoor cooking, but I will be curious to see how well the wood stands up to the brief but intense heat exposure over time. Hopefully my friends will have a backyard pizza party soon, and we can take this for a test run. Then again, it might be a little while. Thanks for watching.